Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel The World Coin. On this channel, we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Old dollar coins, error coins, and hidden treasures that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love coin collecting, or want to know the real value of coins you already own, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Let's get started with today's rare coin. I have 3 videos of quarter dollar. So let's get started. The United States Washington quarter dollar dated 1997 with the P Mint mark, struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, represents an important yet often underestimated chapter in modern American coin history, because although it belongs to the later years of the classic Washington quarter design, certain examples preserved in very fine condition are better, especially those showing distinctive mint characteristics, unusual strike quality, or verified mint errors, have gained serious attention among collectors and in some cases achieved market values ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars, proving once again that rarity and value are not determined by age alone but by condition, uniqueness, and survival. The Washington Quarter series itself was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States and a symbol of national unity, leadership, and democratic ideals, and by 1997 his portrait had appeared on quarters for more than 6 decades, making it one of the most familiar and respected images in American circulation coinage. The obverse of the 1997 P quarter features Washington's left-facing portrait with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1997. And in very fine condition the coin still retains strong definition in Washington's hair, facial features, and profile, with even wear that reflects circulation without excessive flattening, deep scratches, or damage, a level of preservation that is not as common as many assume because quarters from the 1990s were heavily used in vending machines, parking meters, and everyday commerce. The reverse displays the iconic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing America's readiness to defend itself while striving for peace, with United States of America and quarter dollar clearly visible, and collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of the eagle's feathers, wings, and breast, as well as the clarity of the lettering, because strike quality varied widely during this period of high-speed, high-volume mint production. The P Mint mark, located on the obverse beneath, "In God We Trust," identifies the Philadelphia Mint, which by the late 1990s was producing massive quantities of coinage to meet national demand, often resulting in worn dies, minor misalignments, and other production inconsistencies that later became the foundation for collectible errors and varieties. Among the most desirable 1997 P Washington quarters are those exhibiting doubled die obverse or reverse elements, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, die breaks, cuds, lamination errors, broad strikes, and unusually sharp or proof-like strikes, all of which can dramatically elevate value when authenticated and preserved, especially when combined with very fine or higher condition. Historically, the year 1997 sits just before the launch of the 50-state quarters program, a revolutionary change that would transform American coin collecting, making the 1997 Washington quarter one of the final regular issue quarters before that major transition, a fact that adds subtle historical importance and collector interest. From a market perspective, a normal circulated 1997 P quarter is usually worth face value, but coins that display exceptional eye appeal, confirmed mint errors, or rare production anomalies have sold for hundreds of dollars, and in rare, well-documented cases, approaching or exceeding $1,000, particularly when certified by professional grading services and supported by strong demand from error coin specialists. These prices are driven by the fundamental principles of numismatics: scarcity, condition, demand, and historical context. As collectors seek examples that stand apart from the billions of ordinary quarters produced for circulation. Culturally, the 1997 P Washington quarter represents everyday American life at the close of the 20th century, passing through countless hands during a time of economic growth, technological change, and social transformation, silently recording a moment just before U.S. coinage entered a new era of design, variety, and mass public collecting. Over time, what once served as a simple 25-cent piece has become an object of careful examination, studied under magnification, graded, cataloged, and traded in auctions as part of America's monetary legacy. Today, the Washington quarter $1997p in very fine condition, especially when distinguished by rare errors or exceptional strike quality, stands as clear proof that even modern coins can hold remarkable historical and financial significance, reminding collectors and viewers alike that real value often hides in plain sight, waiting for knowledge and careful observation to reveal it. Next video. The United States Washington quarter dollar dated 1977 with the D Mint mark, struck at the renowned Denver Mint, is a fascinating example of how a seemingly ordinary circulating coin can transform into a highly collectible and sometimes extremely valuable numismatic treasure when condition, rarity, and unique characteristics align, because although millions of quarters were produced in 1977 to meet everyday commerce needs, only a small percentage have survived in very fine condition with clearly defined design elements, balanced wear, and strong visual appeal, making such coins increasingly scarce in today's collector market. The Washington Quarter series itself was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and by 1977 his portrait had become an enduring symbol of American leadership, freedom, and democratic values, giving every coin in the series a strong historical and cultural foundation. The obverse of the 1977 D quarter features John Flanagan's iconic left-facing portrait of Washington, with inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1977, and in a true very fine example collectors can still observe clear hair detail above the ear, a defined jawline, visible cheek contours, and readable lettering without heavy flattening, which is notable because quarters from this era were heavily circulated in vending machines, parking meters, and public transportation systems. The reverse displays the classic American bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace, and numismatists carefully inspect the eagle's breast feathers, wing tips, and the clarity of United States of America and quarter dollar, as Denver Mint strikes from 1977 sometimes show variable sharpness due to high-speed production and extended die use. The D Mint mark, positioned on the obverse to the right of Washington's ribbon, identifies Denver as the place of striking, and while the mint produced large quantities, it also generated a wide range of collectible mint errors and varieties, which today form the foundation of the coin's higher-end market value. Among the most valuable 1977 D Washington quarters are those exhibiting double die obverse or reverse details, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, die breaks, cuds, lamination errors, are unusually strong, proof-like surfaces, and when such features appear on coins preserved in very fine or better condition, they can command hundreds of dollars, and in rare, certified cases, values reaching into the thousands, especially when authenticated by major grading services and supported by collector demand. Historically, the late 1970s represent a transitional period in U.S. coinage following the bicentennial celebrations, and coins from this era reflect both massive production and subtle quality variations, which today make standout examples far more desirable. From a market perspective, while a normal worn 1977 D quarter remains worth face value, collectors actively search rolls, collections, and estates for exceptional pieces because documented auction results have shown that rare error examples and sharply detailed coins can achieve $300, $500, $800, and even four-figure prices, depending on rarity, eye appeal, and certification status. This dramatic value difference highlights an important numismatic lesson. Coin worth is not defined solely by age or denomination, but by uniqueness, preservation, and historical context. And for collectors, the 1977 D Washington quarter serves as a powerful reminder that hidden treasures can still exist within modern U.S. coinage. Today, interest in this coin continues to grow as collectors focus more on error varieties and condition rarities, ensuring that select examples of the 1977 D Washington quarter dollar in very fine condition remain an exciting and potentially rewarding piece of American coin history for years to come. Next video. The United States Washington quarter dollar dated 1988 with the P Mint mark, struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, represents a remarkable chapter in modern American coinage, proving that even relatively recent coins can carry deep historical meaning, strong collector demand, and unexpectedly high market value when preserved in very fine condition or when combined with rare mint characteristics. Because while the 1988 P quarter was originally produced for everyday circulation during the late Cold War era, economic expansion, and rapid technological growth in the United States, only a limited number of these coins have survived decades of heavy use with balanced wear, sharp remaining details, and attractive surfaces that collectors now actively seek. The Washington Quarter Series, first introduced in 1932, was designed to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States and a symbol of liberty, unity, and democratic leadership, and by 1988 his portrait had become one of the most recognized images in global coinage, giving every quarter a powerful connection to American identity and history. On the obverse of the 1988 P quarter, John Flanagan's classic left-facing portrait of Washington displays the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 1988, and in a true very fine example, collectors can still observe visible hair strands above the ear, a clearly defined forehead and cheek, a readable ribbon at the base of the bust, and strong lettering that has not been excessively flattened by circulation, which is important because quarters from the late 1980s were extensively used in vending machines, laundromats, toll booths, arcades, and public transportation systems. The reverse features the traditional American bald eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing military strength and peaceful intentions, and numismatists closely examine the eagle's breast feathers, wing edges, and the clarity of United States of America and quarter dollar, as Philadelphia mint strikes from this era sometimes show notable differences in strike quality, die wear, and surface texture. The P mint mark, introduced on quarters in 1980 and located on the obverse to the right of Washington's ribbon, identifies Philadelphia as the mint of origin, and this detail alone makes the 1988 P quarter historically significant because it reflects a modern era when mint identification became standard across U.S. circulating coinage. What truly elevates the value of certain 1988 P quarters is the presence of unique mint errors and varieties, including doubled die obverse lettering, doubled dates, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchettes, lamination flaws, die cracks, retained cuds, and rare transitional die characteristics. And when these features appear on coins preserved in very fine or better condition, the market value can rise dramatically from face value to hundreds of dollars, and in exceptional, certified cases, well into the thousands, especially when demand from error coin specialists and registry collectors is strong. Historically, the late 1980s marked a period of massive coin production, which paradoxically increases the rarity of high-quality survivors today, because most examples were heavily worn, damaged, or melted down over time, leaving only a small percentage worthy of serious collection. Auction records and private sales have demonstrated that standout 1988 P Washington quarters with strong eye appeal, sharp remaining details, or documented mint errors have sold for $300, $600, $900, and sometimes over $1,000, particularly when authenticated and graded by major third-party services, proving that modern quarters should never be underestimated. From an educational and investment perspective, this coin teaches collectors an essential numismatic truth. Age alone does not determine value, rarity of condition and uniqueness do, and the 1988 P Washington quarter stands as a powerful example of how everyday pocket change can evolve into a historically meaningful and financially valuable artifact. Today, as interest in modern U.S. error coins and condition rarities continues to grow, the Washington quarter dollar 1988 P in very fine condition is increasingly recognized as a hidden gem within American coin history, offering collectors, historians, and investors a compelling blend of symbolism, scarcity, and long-term market potential. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.